Hello, Maru. How are you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you? How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for this sharing, for this interview. Can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, sure. I am Blanca, Venezuelan artist, composer, interpreter, and arrangements vocalist in the discipline of classic and popular music. And yourself?
I'm the guitarist, the musician in the group, and I'm very happy with this developing this skill. Uh, Everyone, you're welcome to this program. My name is Marusha. Next, we'll be presenting our first interview in English, focusing especially in the musical theme memory. So enjoy it and hope you will like this and of course enjoy this moment with us.
Thank you so much, Maru.
Okay. Can you tell us about the story of this, the essence of this project, of this product, musical product?
Long story short, three UK people, a writer, composer, an arrangement composer, and a player of musicals got together, and all of a sudden 1981 they blow up the world with the musical Cats. And the main theme of Cats is memory, and that's how we became involved with it. Since then, it has been reproduced by many artists. However, I believe few of them have listened closely to the meaning of the play, because it's not only the cat. We'll talk about that later.
Great. I have another question for you.
Sure.
So you came with the tailor of one of the cats in the interpretation?
Yes, I became one of the cats because in our interpretation, the cat that I represent, if you listen carefully, the cat laughs at the moon because the moon is smiling alone, right? She smiles alone, so the cat thinks she is truly out of her moon mind. And yeah, that's how the cats are. Cats are very sarcastic, and that's how I present it per se. Or represent them per se.
We want to jump a little bit to your designs and your look.
Sure.
So with that in mind, to represent a cat, I loved the mittens you are wearing. Can you tell us about that, develop that story?
The mittens, it was a very cold winter day, and we needed to do that. We had planned to do the program the next day, and I was not finding the lycra in the stores, not finding anything to represent the paws of one cat. And I decided to go through my collection of fabrics, and I saw what I wanted in my mind, because I wanted the long nails, and I wanted, of course, the paws and the makeup to represent the cat, and then the voice that I could really be what the cat could be, or the way they are. So going back to the mittens, I had to sew them not with a lycra that stretches both ways, but with chiffon, which it had to be, sewn and cut in a way. I had a little piece, no more than 12 by 12 or 14 by 12, 14 inches.
Mhm.
So I had to work with very carefully with that fabric that I found in my collection. And then I cut them and I sewed them by hand. It was just unbelievable. It was beautiful because it's storyteller, but it's beautiful that I could come up with that idea at the last minute, besides, you know, the nails and the makeup. And
So that is showing me through your story that you know a lot about fabrics. I don't know anything
yeah,
about music. And you know, so you made those you know, the dress. Did you make everything trying to be a cat in that moment?
well, every time that I go to stage, everything that I wear, and when
Wow.
we're together, that
Mhm.
I had to come up with
Wow.
both. And yeah, everything that I wear, it has to be my own, because I don't, I know how to make them, I know how to do them, and I know how to come up with things that are particularly good for my view and my experience. Is good to have something not too oftenly seen, but something.
Wow, that's I admire that from you.
I admire you too, actually.
Okay. One more question, or one more, you know, reflection. Do you happen to have another anecdote from behind the scenes?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
The first time that we had to make the take, the first take,
Mhm.
I could not come up with the clear voice. My voice was exhausted.
Wow.
And it was exhausted not only for the weather, but I had a catch cold before. I couldn't perform it, but I had to perform it. So I performed and it didn't come out well.
Mhm.
So I said, no. The makeup, I couldn't make the makeup.
Mhm.
So everything and every time was bad. The makeup was 10 times tried, and I was not pleased with it. So it was
Mhm.
technically a mess that needed to be redone, and the take was a failure. But we had to come up next day with it. They gave me 24 hours to recover, and I said, well, that's what I have to do, and I have to do what I have to do.
Yeah, when everything is in the show, it's wow.
It has to be well or not.
Behind the scene, it's like a nightmare.
It's yeah, it's like a nightmare, and you stay on stage. This nowadays very quick take,
Wow.
and you have to be ready, prepare, and you have to do what you have to do in order for you to do it right. Yeah.
Great. And that happened when I saw.
That happens every now and then. It happens, and it wasn't that I was not prepared. I was prepared, but my voice didn't give in.
It's great.
It gave up.
I love the you know, the background in that video, and it reminded me when I was walking in the nighttime, you know, partying in my times, that I saw cats behind this. And wow, it's great the way you design this background to you know, to make people feel, you know, the viewers feel that you are really in front of
in my cat motion
cats.
cats.
That's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
That's
we
great.
tried to do the best we could so people could make sense of the feeling of
That's
what we
great.
want to
That's great. I really, I mean, I feel very connected with this music.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
You came up with a musical and the music and the version, and it was a two thing important just as well as everything else. It was
That's
everything's
great.
important.
Yeah. Jumping a little bit to the musical field, you know, I have some questions for you. First, how do you feel musically speaking with this you know, with this vocal register, how did you feel comfortable? Did you feel that you want to do more? Or, wow, that was your top of, I mean, of feelings in front of this musical piece?
No, actually, I refer myself as a person that I can sing popular as much as classical. But the truth is, I think for me, singing classic is easier than popular, but at the same time, I think both can be mix and match during a play, during an interpretation, because when you come up with those tricks, I mean, you have to do things to make things different than any other person that makes it. So that's a version portion when you do something truly different with the same base, right?
Yeah. One more question. Have you heard this piece of music in other genres? I mean, have you ever seen other style in other artists, or are you trying to improve a new way to show people, the audience, what is the meaning of that song? Say that. Oh, do you want to do something different, or are you following some other styles?
That's a mistake to follow other styles. In music, you have to be your own style, because then what's the point? If you are going to be a copy singer, then I might as well do the original, right? So for me, it's much more important and interesting to do a little or a lot of variation when you're going to sing a song, because that's what people wants to hear. They want to hear what you have to say in the same basics of the music. So they want to hear your voice in the interpretation. Yes.
When you went inside the musical piece in the middle, you know, connected, how did you feel the guitar performance? Were you connected, or you just, I mean, did you think that the guitar was a good friend, a good, you know, couple during the music, developing this music piece?
Well, I believe that your part of the play or the interpretation was exclusive, exquisite, and overall different. And that is what it makes a piece much more interesting to be performed. Because if you are going to do something the same like others, you might as well not. But in my point of view, making a difference is the point of to make the difference.
Yeah. I feel that you are making music, making feel the music while you are, how can I say, when you're performing with your body, with your fists, with your movements. Do you feel a cat while you do those, how can I say? Do you feel like you are a cat?
I feel like I am a cat. You feel the movements, because cats are sarcastic. So in my show, in my little play, I try to make fun of the moon, trying to let people know exactly that the cats are a lot of fun and make fun of what they, as much as they make fun of in the play, they make fun of the moon, they make fun of the lamp and the dirt, or you know, the dirt that leaves collected of it, collected like feet. So the debris or the wither. It's called withering in the song. Is the dust, the dirty, the debris. That's what it represents. Yeah, I
okay. If you make some characteristics of the cat, I mean, like they're mysterious, they're this and that. What I mean, doing this musical piece, what's the best word that will represent the word, or two words that represent yourself inside this musical piece? What would be the like 2 or 3 words? I mean, like example, mysterious, referring to a cat. What's the best way you can?
They are magnetic, enigmatic, and sarcastic.
And you made it. And you made it.
I try to make myself out of what I have observed in them.
That's great.
Okay.
Well,
there's anything else you want to imply, Maria?
No more cats, because I've been living 8 years with cats, so they're very wise.
That's
okay.
true, Maria. Okay, with this we'll say good night, and
good night.
See you soon, Maria.
Thank you. Bye.